Thanks, guys. Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy birthday!
The cake looked good. I hope. Please, just one slice, just one.
I
I'm
just
not
want
gonna come down to Irvine, but
I'll take a strawberry. Like that's it. Like I just need just a little bit.
We'll package it up for you and send it in the post.
Perfect. One slice of strawberry.
It won't go bad. I don't think. Yeah, it'll be fine, right? Okay, there's. I want to touch on Scott's point. Don't play Hog, right? I mean, come on, dude. Like, every tank player at some point in their livelihood of playing a tank in the rank queue or quick player, whatever you play, like, has decided, you know what? Nothing else is working. I'm just going to lock the Hog. Like,
listen.
It's a pick that can work, Rose. Can. But we're not seeing a whole bunch, and there's a few good reasons why.
No, I respect the Roadhog choice that the Florida Mayhem went with in that series. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite find the value because you weren't getting those nice hook combos that you really want to see from the Roadhog. But maybe we'll see it again. Second time's the charm, right? Or third?
Yeah, second time is the charm. I mean, the Paris Eternal, like, they probably expect the Roadhog to some degree.
Maybe.
Right? Just some degree. I mean, look, we know you put it in your back pocket. We saw it on Watchpoint Gibraltar last time around. We're not going there today, so maybe it's just the secret Mayhem Watchpoint strat. I don't know. Let's have a look at the roster. Glista, Naga, Dan, Tridro, and Khan. I've always loved that we have Dan and Khan in the league on the same team. Doesn't make it a little bit confusing at all. I think Khan has been the standout player for the Eternal for quite a while now, and just his time in the Overwatch League in general. Like, his honor is just so clean. But then Naga, we talked about the other day, Rose, has also been kind of insane, especially his breakout period within the Overwatch League. He was just dominating on things like Fire and Echo.
Exactly. I still think that the Echo is a little bit hard to navigate in this particular meta right now, because if you're not able to get behind the shields and really find value with that Echo and, you know, of course, that duplicate, it's not really as powerful as what we've seen in Overwatch 1, so that might be a little tough to be able to play a hero like that. But we've also got to take a look at the Florida Mayhem, because we've got some really big names out here too. And chat, someone is like an actual player, okay? You're gonna hear us say someone is doing something.
Something,
but
somewhere.
We are talking about actually someone, the tank player for the Florida Mayhem.
I know. I'm always curious where players or just anybody really gets their like gamer name from, their gamer tag, the handle, or whatever you want to call it. I wonder where someone got his from. Like, I'm really curious. I'll have to get Danny to ask him or something, because I can imagine it. A little bit trolling, maybe. A little bit trolling.
Maybe.
Sure. Hydron's been really impressive to me, Rose. When we've seen him last. His Soldier's been looking really good. And seeing Checkmate back on a DPS role has also been fantastic. Right, we're going to get into game in just a moment. We're going to Oasis once more. So, really, this does feel like the wheelhouse of teams like Paris Eternal. This is where Naga made his name for himself on this Pharah pick if we end up going to Gardens. I don't think we'll see too much Pharah, but the Echo, it's still there for him to pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there are a lot of different places that you could find some of those projectile heroes to have a lot of value. Don't think University is one of them. Yeah,
but you could still play a little bit Echo, a little ground Echo, Echo. It's not the worst.
Okay, sure, yeah, maybe. We'll see if that actually ends up sticking. But something that looks a little bit more normal, I'll say, is the Florida Mayhem isn't looking to run Roadhog, at least as of right now. Someone trying to lock in that Winston, and then of course just kind of seeing a classic dive to be able to support a tank choice like that.
There you go. I'll quickly point out the stat on the bottom of the screen. All-time highest, the final blows there by Naga on Oasis, tied with Striker. Pretty sick, and that was what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Farah's been looking good, but oh wow, we're actually seeing Glista on the Cassidy. Okay. Cassidy may Rhine. A little bit of speed up or speed away, I think, from the Florida Mayhem comp. Keep Glista at range.
Yeah, just be able to kind of keep taking those angles, but Florida Mayhem kind of waiting for Animo to really get that speed boost up and online, and of course Hydron to get into position before hitting the go button here.
So unlucky. Hydron has to actually reload. Someone and Animo are dead. Lister and Cassidy in general still pretty decent in the 1v1s. You don't have the flashbang, like the stun anymore. But if you hit that magnetic grenade, then shoot someone once, maybe twice if they receive a little bit of healing. That's an insta-kill if the grenade ends up latching on.
That's huge. And Glister also has already done so much damage that they're close to ult already, Jaws. That could be massive going into this next fight where Florida Mayhem are trying to take a quick rotation, but Checkmate also just got so low that the Mayhem are going to have to wait for Checkmate to get completely healed back up before looking to engage.
Oh, Naga is asleep. That window could be quite deadly. Oh, nice little ice block. Window goes down, so does the lamp. And now Glister can just dominate if he can get someone lined up. Someone going pretty low. 50 HP remains. Not quite enough to get away, though. He did try and leap, but it wasn't quite quick enough. So much here to use that nano as well for the sustain, but Checkmate in the back. Oh, my word. Everybody trapped in that small room. Getting a dash in that situation, you just get so much damage down. It's hard to lock down the Genji without those stuns. And there you go, the Florida Mayhem off the back of Checkmate's blade managed to take the point.
Looked a little dicey there for the Florida Mayhem because Surmajit did donate over the nano to someone, and someone went down before being able to get that Primal Rage online. So at least someone does have that to try to keep control of this point, but Paris Eternal, they executed a lot of patience there after Florida Mayhem used so many ults.
Oh, another lamp going down, and then it dying instantly, and then a beat being used. So much gets just run over as Dorito and the rest of the squad do just press on forward. Very good spot for the Paris Eternal to be. However, they've used their beat already. The Florida Mayhem to contest might have to use the beat of their own. They can still with the Primal Rage. I think that's just really all they need to do. There was the magnetic grenade. Did actually force out someone's Primal Rage. High Noon looking, scouting, spying, trying to find the skulls. Not quite. Checkmate does fall on the sidelines as Naga uses the block to hail his HP right back up to full. A nice shatter from Dan. Finishes off someone with the help of Naga. And now the Florida Mayhem are just desperately trying to maintain control of this point. Halfway through the fight, though, Eternal did manage to find that flip. Samajed and Hydron are still taking up a fair bit of real estate on the high ground. Paris Eternal might not be out of the woods just yet. They're in fact getting forced away.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, Hydron does have to step back just a little bit to be able to put down the heal station and grab some heals from Surmajit, but with the Amplification Matrix, at least Paris Eternal can create some space.
Oh, man. Yeah, they just ran headfirst into that bubble. That anti-grenade from Surmajit plus the nano damage was a little bit too much to bear. That window, I will say, from Paris Eternal, Khan used the window super early and the rest of his team already pushed past it. Oh, here you go. Nano, nade.
Yeah.
Boom. Nice couple of kills.
Now we're entering into last fight territory for the Florida Mayhem, and they're looking pretty good right now, Jaws. They've got the Dragon Blade. They're just going to go ahead and get aggressive here.
The lamp's dead, so is Khan. The rest of the team sure to follow. Checkmate and the rest of the team might as well play straight on up to the spawn. Glister didn't expect Checkmate to be there, not at all. 96%. The tactical visor's been used. Druidra has to use that beat to touch the point. 99 turns to 100. Druidra and Dan so close to making it, but even if they did, their health bars were dwindling. End up falling over, and the Mayhem, they take University.
Trying to look forward to the next round.
Ready for battle.
I feel like Paris Eternal is going to make some changes. Don't agree with the Baptiste. I just don't. I don't think the Baptiste actually ended up finding the value it needed to. The Immortality fields felt kind of useless, particularly because of how easily the Florida Mayhem were able to just take those out. So I really like the choice of the Ana here for Paris Eternal. Just look at how much Surmajit was finding value from that Ana. Paris Eternal could benefit a lot from having the same.
Yeah, there you go. You spoke it into reality, I think there. Rose can't pick up the Ana this time. So we're actually seeing shades of last series, in fact. One team playing the Rhine on the high ground, other team playing the Winston. Hydron. Bit of Splinter Cell maybe. Oh, there's 3 people there. Lister almost dies. Oh my god. He ended up getting dove on. Nice pin on to someone. Has got the leap, gets away just in time. However, now without leap, has to be a little bit more careful. A speed boost from Dredro sends Marjed to the spawn, and now the Mayhem are lacking a main healer. And they do forego the point. Nothing really more to be said, apart from a kill onto Glister. Somehow, even with healing station down, Animo finds that kill, and now the Pyrus Eternal just have to play all the way back. They lack so much damage. Without that soldier, you're relying on Naga hitting right-click, right-click, right-click to get anything meaningful done. And a big nade from Khan keeps the team propped up, but Checkmate with the dashes and the resets. He's going to find the kill onto Khan, maybe the kill onto Lucio. There you go. All said and done. The Mayhem, they did lose the point first, but they're able to take firm control rather quickly away from the Paris Eternal. But the only problem is, I guess, for Mayhem is that the Paris Eternal can stall for a long time because of the May. So there was a lot more percent than I originally thought. Oh, here you go. Here's the kill.
Oh.
Just trying to escape the Paris Eternal, finds Glister playing over aggro. So there you go. That's what led to the fight win there.
Oh, right from behind the head, too. Just never saw it coming either as Glister tries to get away. But look at this. Paris Eternal already back. I mean, Dredro does allow Paris to get back into the fight very quickly.
Pin onto someone is Nano to survives it. Leap over the roof. That Blizzard used so defensively. Paris Eternal are not going to be able to use that one on point. Nano Fighter available. Khan looking to set this one up. They've got to make it to high ground first, though. Visor is nanoed. Beat comes through. There is a blade for the Florida Mayhem as soon as the Paris Eternal stop this unrelenting aggression. Dredro needs to play safe. If he dies, this could just be Mayhem fighting yet another fight. The beat comes out. It hits 5. Animo, I think his beat was interrupted, in fact. Checkmate with the blade still was also low. Hydron creating a lot of space, and the Shatter goes wide, but the Paris Eternal still cleaning up. Hydron may have found 2, but with Darn existing on the point, Giant Rectangle Man is going to be able to claim it and protect Glister.
That beat from Dredro was so good. Paris Eternal had so many players purple because of a huge biotic grenade that came in from Sturmaged. That extra overhealth was so important for the Paris Eternal to be able to survive the onslaught from the Florida Mayhem. And now they have control of the point back and still trying to build up some ultimates, but oh no, Checkmate. No, not like this.
Blade. Oh, get dumpstered. He did not. The rest of Paris Eternal didn't see that coming, but Checkmate didn't see that damage on his way. Like, you need the nano in those situations. They were 5% away. They could have just hit that nano blade from behind. Nano onto someone now as the Paris Eternal claim the point. They're 65% and counting. Someone gets antied. Even if you're nanoed in that situation, because you're not receiving those heals, you can't stay in the fight all too long.
Florida Mayhem just have to go for a quick reset here. But all the while, that big kill onto Checkmate. Ooh, wait. Did this buy them some time? Getting rid of Khan?
To get the nano out fairly early, though. There's the Visor, hits 2, maybe a 3rd. They're trying to run away, deflect, use, Checkmate in trouble. Darn from downtown manages to get a double kill with the charge. A pin and then just a side swipe. Someone pops the ult to try and get back to the point. He's got one more leap. Can he do it? No, he cannot. Oh, the look on someone's face at the very end. Thought he had the touch. Didn't quite get there. Oasis tied up, 1 each. And now we go to City Center.
That's such a feels bad. Such a feels bad for the Florida Mayhem because someone might have been able to trigger the overtime, but it still felt over. Paris Eternal still had ultimates in the bank, and because they got that massive pick onto Checkmate, then... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, we gotta watch this. Dawn. Oh no.
So he just kills 3 here, I suppose. Gets the charge, because it's not a pin kill, this one just boop. Just runs him over.
Oh no. Oh,
I mean, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, you can't deflect that. That'd be a little overpowered if you could just, like, if the Reinhardt's charging at you and you deflect the Rein, just send him backwards.
Send him 180. I smell a April Fool's patch with that being in it.
I do too, actually.
Wow.
Free idea.
Both Winston's dead. By both Genjis.
Huh.
traded. Woohoo! But the Florida Mayhem do have the high ground. These Bionades are so easy to hit if you're Sir Majed. All Ana play, especially rookie Ana play recently, has been so good. Hydra in trouble, getting pressured out nicely. They're just trying to chunk Dan out. Once again, falls first. It's not good. Even with your very resist, you're still very vulnerable when an Ana does sleep you.
That's happened to a lot of the tanks this weekend. You get slept, you're probably going to get taken out as well because a bio grenade certainly headed your direction. Paris Eternal, though, they've swapped off of the Reinhardt comp. Dawn is going to be playing the Winston, and a little bit more dive heavy coming out from the Paris Eternal, just completely matching that of the Florida Mayhem. So we're going to see some really fast fights here from both of these teams. It's really going to come down to who gets those first picks.
Dawn trapped. Has managed to get out with the lead, but has to go for that big reset. Hydron's been doing so much damage. He's already got himself a visor. No chance to run away from that one. Especially when you're nanoed. Yeah. Goodbye, Paris Eternal. Reset. Maybe. Ooh. Oh, no. Okay, now Dorijo has to make a choice. Run into 3 people, or just the Winston or the cars. Choice is yours, Dorijo. Okay, wow. Okay, they let him escape.
Wow.
The rest of the team weren't coming back, but that is some survivability in action. Good job, Dorijo. Would have been an even bigger stagger if he died super late there, so nice work. Early engage for the Paris Eternal, maybe on the cards. The nano boost from Khan, either on Dan or Glister, potentially. There's the nano. Glister is asleep, does get woken up eventually by his own means. Dan finds the kill onto Sir Majed, or Dridro does, and he helps with the damage, but still someone just causing pandemonium in the back. And the Florida Mayhem with a beat online. Anemo hits the ground, hits 3, and it just sends them all the way to Paris Eternal spawn. And Paris Eternal, they've been really struggling to keep afloat, especially in these early engages. They've got 4 ults online now. They've just not been able to get something done without losing someone early on.
Yeah, the takedown of Khan as well was just spelled disaster for the Paris Eternal. Drijo's going to have to come in here and use the sound barrier aggressively to give Paris Eternal a fighting chance to actually take this point back.
Checkmate's got Blade. Visor from Glister. A lot of that deflected or shielded up. Sir Majed in the side. What? Okay, Glister was not expecting that. A beat from the Paris Eternal. There's the Blade. Sir Majed dead. Checkmate to follow. Hydra does follow up with a kill onto Naga, but the Florida Mayhem looking like they want to back off. They know Paris Eternal invested an absolute ton of ults in that fight. So waiting for the next one is their choice.
It is imperative that Paris Eternal not lose anybody. The comeback potential for any of these team fights, if you're down a player, is pretty small. And unless you take out a big key target like somebody that's ulting or one of the supports, you don't necessarily stand too much of a chance if you do have a player that goes down. So Paris Eternal, they have to play this flawlessly. And they also can't let Hydron get away with this angle. Come on, Naga.
There. Okay, yeah. Naga was up on the high ground, so you have to be a little bit careful. There's the checkmate. Blade once again has got a reset to his name and finds the kill onto Dridro. That's both Khan and Dridro now dead. Paris Eternal, very little heals. Dan has Primal Rage. But this is going to have to be huge. Luckily, though, Glister is still alive, using that healing station to keep himself topped up. Kills Anemo. Another reason why Soldier is so good currently. That healing station, you don't need supports. You just put that down, stand in it, and then continue that onslaught of damage.
Well, that's why we've seen so many teams start going after the Soldier now. Because if you're able to take away that piece of the puzzle and you just remove the healing station, that is so much survivability gone from the team. And also, a huge source of damage.
Nano onto Dan again. However, Nano... Oh, another boostio! Let's go. Okay, Sir Majed looking to the left. Whoops, a daisy, now the Lucio. Anemo gets some kills, will you, buddy? He's got... You know what? He's actually getting a lot of ult charge. Earned himself a beat off of that Nano. Definitely worth. Sir Majed and Anemo getting the most kills in that fight. The Florida Mayhem now have control of the point. OT ticking down, and the Eternal need to make it back in time, which they won't. The Florida Mayhem off the back of a boostio plus some support or combat end up taking Oasis.
That boostio was so smart. they needed it, then the sound barrier was there. But also, that's just so much fun to watch. Oh my gosh. That's gotta feel good as a Lucio player,
fun.
too.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's I feel this happens a lot now, where the Arnas are just looking at the Winston and then they just get funny Astro that comes in front of them and it steals it and then runs away. But it ended up working out, so it's all good. Florida Mayhem up a map. We've got Midtown up next. We'll see you in a bit. Hey, yo, we are back.
What's up?
Hitting up Midtown. What's up? What's up? Hope you're having a good day, bros. I hope everybody else out there is having a good day too. Hope you slept well. Hope you're drinking lots of water. We're going to Midtown. I'm excited. This map, it's got good music. Let's be real ourselves here. And the Paris Eternal and the Florida Mayhem looking rather mean right now. Looking rather even too. Both these teams need to find a win. They've not yet found that in the 2022 season. We're of course only in their second game, so plenty of dubs to come. Mayhem are starting out strong with a 2-1 on Oasis. Now, let's talk a little bit about these DPS lines, Rose, because I mentioned Hydron's been doing very well on the Tracer, but we're seeing Checkmate too. His blades looking rather good, even without these nanos. Hey, they're pretty sick.
They've been looking very good, whether it's just even getting some value from maybe 1 or 2 kills, maybe you're just able to zone away some of the members of the Paris Eternal. Checkmate came here to play, and I love that we get a chance to see Checkmate DPS as well. That's a new flavor this season, and it's a welcome one.
Yeah, it's pretty pog. Pretty pog. I think with Checkmate Rhine, I was happy, you know?
Yeah.
I was happy, I was content. But now with Checkmate DPS, I'm ecstatic, I'm excited.
Elated.
I'm very happy to see this guy in his natural habitat, and especially playing something like Genji. And I think everybody, I think I can speak for everybody who can say this. I love seeing Genji in meta, because seeing nano blades or just like normal blades is just so fun. Just seeing them dash around all over the place, fill the kill feed. Like, it's one of my well, it was one of my things I was most excited for about in 2022 was the fact that we get to see these more wacky heroes that we wouldn't necessarily have seen back in Overwatch 1.
Yeah, like, what year is this? Jaws, I don't remember. Did we go back in time or did we go forward into a new era? I'm not really sure. But we have been seeing quite a bit of Genji from lots of these teams because Dive is back in full force, and sure enough, both Paris Eternal and the Florida Mayhem are going to be running that dive to try to defend and attack Midtown.
It's all about those antis, though. These Ana's been carrying these fights. I really love playing Ana on this point of the map, too. You can hold the high ground here. You can rain nades down. You have to be slightly careful, because that might happen, however. There is a miniature health pack in there, though, so you should be okay. Dan, unfortunately, falls, but they do trade. But with the defense, especially with heroes that can get back to the point so quickly, Rose, it feels pretty matched. The spawn distance, or at least your distance where you can actually be active in a fight, is pretty short for the defense.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Hydron could just run back. So that's really not that big of a problem. And then you also just have Dawn, who went down, be able to jump back very, very quickly. It still comes down to those Anas, though. The Bionades, just, they dictate so much of the pace of the fight. If Sir Majid or Khan can land one of those and get a giant purple, and then you just capitalize on that, that's a fight over.
Oh, no. I think that nano was supposed to go into the soldier. Could have been wrong, but Glista activates the visor as soon as that nano went out, but he's dead already. Oh my word, that's a lot of pink in the kill feed. Florida Mayhem only used a nano in that fight. Eternal had to use nano and the visor, and they get little to nothing. 2 minutes to go. Oh, here you go, here's the replay. That visor gets activated. Oh no, he barely touched the visor pie. He lifted his hand up, hit the button, and yeah, unfortunately was cut some quite a bit too short. There's the big nade. There's the blade from Checkmate. You gotta go in, son. Mega health pack. Beautiful deflect. Hits the sleep right back at the Ana. Khan didn't stand a chance. Naga doing a fair bit of work too. He's got 2 kills. And with the Winston being alive, you can't deflect that, I'm afraid. In fact, Dan, using the Primal Rage to just stay alive on this point. Someone did exactly the same thing, and they kind of traded places. But with that spawn position for the Mayhem being so close, you can see Hydron's already back, and he's activated the visor, zoning away the rest of the team. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, and the Mayhem, they still have firm control of this point.
So tough to find an opening as well, because no matter where the Eternal go, Florida Mayhem has their number. Glister can't even get away. Someone is just going to chase them down and away from the point. Paris Eternal can't even touch. What are they going to do here except use this sound barrier to go in aggressively? And even then, oh no! 2 Jaws.
It's rougher than sandpaper is what this game is right now. 50 seconds to go and the Paris Eternal are getting dominated near their spawn. I mean, they have Visor. They have Nano maybe. Naga dies a little bit late. But still, you got 30 seconds. And we're doing Touch the Spawn Door challenge. And at least a couple of the Mayhem have that achievement already.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be the whole team at the end of this 30 seconds. If the Paris Eternal can't get out there and do something with this Nano. This is the second shot. Kana's got to land this Nano onto Glister or use it to save the team. There it goes. What can this Nano Visor do?
On the Visor. Oh, what a sleep by Sir Marched. Someone woke him up though. And the damage. Oh, it's just too much. Even with the Visor being blocked by the shield. The Paris Eternal have done it. They've cracked point A, but for how long? Florida Mayhem could still go for a recontest. They have a Lucio, they have the legs, they have the Winston who can also leap. Oh, not quite. Hydron actually goes down to Glister, who picked him up before he could touch spawn. Looks like a close hold for the Mayhem instead.
Ooh. Paris Eternal, by the skin of their teeth, able to unlock that first point. For someone. Oh no!
Oh, run! Oh, please. Someone is chasing you with Primal Rage. Oh, Dreech, wow. Dreech just dies to a random Shark.
It's fine.
God, it's like being a pigeon in New York. Quite apt. Just up on the rafters before they come in.
Oh my goodness. I love city chickens. They're my favorite.
City chickens.
Yeah.
Never heard that one. Oh, you've never heard about Checkmate's blades, though.
No.
Nice double kill with one slash for Checkmate. Holding him so close. I love the aggression from the Florida Mayhem right now. Just playing right up into the spawn of the Paris Eternal.
It's been so tough for the Paris Eternal to get out of that vice grip that the Florida Mayhem do have. With this aggressive playstyle, Paris Eternal doesn't really have many options in terms of how to attack the Florida Mayhem, and even still, Florida Mayhem have so many mobility cooldowns to use to get away. Paris Eternal finally cracks the code, but Hydron might have something to say about that.
Yep, there's the Visor on the flank. Oh, you wait until the patch comes through. That Visor can headshot if you can aim well enough. Another Visor, this time Glister, responded to with a beat. Someone has the Nano, but Glister's Visor does still find Sir Marched somehow. They trade Ana for Ana. But still, Hydron and someone just doing so much work. Naga's blade thwarted. There's someone and Hydron chase him down. Well, at least they kill a couple there, but still, spawns are in favor. Unfortunately for Mayhem, not for them this time around. The Paris Eternal finally touch that payload. They're going to get it under this car wash. It's a bit more of a precarious situation though, Rose. If the Florida Mayhem can come back in time, they might be able to control this high ground.
They're approaching. Enter the car wash, see what can happen. Florida Mayhem do get back in time to be able to fight on the high ground, but Paris Eternal not gonna let that happen so easily.
Nano on the non-blading Genji. Missed a couple of right clicks, but didn't miss that one. Naga with the triple. That's what you love to see. 45% towards that blade. 5 seconds to go, but the Paris Eternal are winning this fight. Now the spawn points are flipping in Mayhem's favor. They're pretty close. We've seen crazier things. Holds are very apparent at this point. Again, the point where you're actually effective for the Florida Mayhem is very, very short. You don't need to move that far. Naga's already dead. Wow, that was quick. There's a nade onto Checkmate, so they do trade Genjis. But holding this choke point is very easy for the Florida Mayhem, in theory. Oh, the Glister. Hydron 1v1. Does Glister? No, yes he does! Oh my word, there's no way. He just flanks and kills 2 right there. The Paris Eternal is still moving this payload, but look how closely spawn points are. Checkmate's already back, and he's close to a blade. Someone can get out with 69 HP. It's pretty nice, but needs heals. They're so close to delivering the payload. 1 meter to go. Don't step off. They did. Oh dear. Okay. We've seen a few too many C9s in the last couple of days. Still willing to fight this, by the way. Dan pops the Primal Rage, spotting everybody in that small corridor.
I think you have to. You absolutely have to. If you're done and you see this opportunity, you take it. And fortunately for Florida Mayhem, they're giving an inch and Paris Eternal is taking a mile. They've gotten away with a lot of things in this map that probably shouldn't have happened. But now Paris Eternal are entering into the third and final point on Midtown. They don't have much time though, Jaws. It's really 50 seconds left.
Huge nade. That beat doesn't hit checkmate, but it don't matter. It hit the right people. The Nano's coming out. It's on Naga. Does he want to pull the blade? Not sure. He's still got it in his back pocket. There's a lot for him to do with very little time and very little HP. The Florida Mayhem only invest the beat. The Eternal, on the other hand, invest the Nano. The payload's got a little while to go. And with 20 seconds on the clock, the Eternal, they need these DPS ults to land.
Look at how much space Dawn created, though. Paris Eternal should be able to just walk in here.
Nano, Visor, Glister, dead. There's the blade from Naga. He's still doing a lot of damage, but Hydron's doing more. He kills one with the Visor, one with just the regular left click. The Eternal, they've got a Visor of their own, but they're forced off of the payload. The Florida Mayhem are going to halt them here. Overtime is over. 2 points on the board for the Eternal. The Florida Mayhem with a clear victory in their minds, and maybe, just maybe, that match point.
Florida Mayhem definitely looking to get their first victory of the season. Both of these teams want to do that. They're both sitting at 0-1 in match score right now and really don't want to make that into a 0-2. But Paris has their work cut out for them, as they now are up to defend the point. Florida Mayhem just played such an aggressive game that I'm worried that Florida Mayhem's not going to really allow Paris Eternal to set up. And if that's the case, this might be a super quick steamroll for the Florida Mayhem once they get that cart going.
It was very tough for Eternal to crack that first point. Oh, let's have a look at this beat from Arnamo. He is anti.
Oh!
So nice. So nice. That 3-man anti from Khan should have been it.
Yeah, but
Mayhem were able to draw that fight out.
Yeah, but the boot backwards as well. That actually saved Anamo to be able to get that beat off. So that's huge. Absolutely huge there. And ooh.
Nice little lineup.
Yeah, you see that nade from downtown?
Quite literally.
Yeah, quite clean, Khan.
So watching Kaki videos, I think.
Good stuff.
This is what I want to see from Soldiers, like a lot more. Like, this flank is just huge. Getting up onto the high ground or just having control of that miniature health pack there is very, very nice. And the angle around the fire truck's super good. Plus legs is legs, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you're running fast. If anybody chases after you, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can even just try to take the high ground now and...
Nice track.
Oh my goodness.
That was nice. Oh, Naga's caught out completely. This is trying to make the rotate. But unfortunately, the rest of his team, Potatoes on the point. Oh no, I say that. Arnamo and someone are dead, however. 3-on-3. Wait, are they foregoing the point just for kills? The KDA play, maybe? Yes, they are. They got a checkpoint at least. I mean, hey, 2 more of those and you will have actually had the point. They know, of course, the Paris Eternal spawns are fairly close, so getting back is going to be pretty easy.
Have to just give up a little bit. At least they did capture a point. But...
Oh, that Visor is so sad.
Oh, no.
That damage resistance on Khan worked out in his favor. That's a triple kill for the normal Genji. Oh, see ya. Yeah, Majed knows he's going back to spawn, let's be real.
Yeah, he kind of has to sit there and let it happen. But Sir Majed does have the nano. Could use it to just save somebody. Checkmate is not too far away from the Dragon Blade though, so that could be a really nice ultimate combo, one that we've seen a lot of this weekend. But, ooh, what's this? Blister just kind of peeking out of a window, waiting for somebody to walk through for that attack Visor.
Oh, that bubble used super early. Blister's getting sped forwards with that Visor in hand, however getting booted back by someone, and they kill Darn? They killed Darn of all people in that situation? Darn was trying to create as much space as possible. As human or monkeyly possible. He almost had that primal rage. I'm expecting he thought he'd get that online and then he could use that to boot people into the sites. Not sure. 2 ticks on the board for the Mayhem. The Mayhem also used the beat to run on forward and Nano onto checkmate as he finishes off Khan and Glister. A double reset on the dash. Naga ends up going down, used that blade, a checkmate, a cleaning house and writing his own check at this point.
Stop the payload.
As those fire bells ring, the payload comes out and yeah, Florida Mayhem, they've got 3 minutes and they've got a lot of space to work with. That fight was pretty clean, so they can move up quite a distance, Rose.
Yeah, I mean, Paris Eternal do get up to the high ground first before that fire truck is able to round this first corner to enter into the car wash. But look at this. You know, Dawn playing just a little bit of peekaboo around this corner as checkmate lies ready and waiting.
There's the blade. No, Nano doesn't want to get booped. Finds the soldier healing station. No way near enough healing. Naga Glister fall, so does Dawn. Sayonara, Paris Eternal. The Florida Mayhem continuing their streak of win fights here, and getting it onto the car wash is the hardest bit on this map. Paris Eternal will be able to contest before it reaches the other side, but with that high ground advantage plus the visor, scary.
Very scary indeed. Hydron can create so much space with this tactical visor. Dawn just jumps in, maybe unknowing that that might come through, and big trade.
Very, very good trade. But they're still very unwilling to fight this fight, even though Sermaged is down. Wow, okay. Oh, there you go. Okay, they're finally forcing someone back.
Well, that works out really well because look at how much healing Sermaged is going to be able to get off of all of that chunk that came down onto someone. Nano's going to be up for a Nano tac visor or something. 2 minutes left as well. If this doesn't work, then you always have other ultimates to cycle through.
Nano, visor, Sermaged dead. Hydron's got one of his own, but Glister's is better, especially when he's coated in that Winston bubble. Nice play from Dawn to enable Glister to get that kill on Hydron. It was like for like with the Nano visors, but that shield won the fight.
This is now looking to be much more in Paris Eternal's favor. Naga's gonna have this Dragon Blade online, unless... yeah, okay, never mind. Maybe try to farm for the Blade here, but Hydron sniffed that out so fast. And now that Dragon Blade isn't available for Paris Eternal. The script has already flipped again.
They're so close. Anti was massive. Drujo and Khan forced her back all the way into the train station. Dawn using the primal rage. Naga has his blade, no Nano to boot, but could use that beat for the sustainability. There's the beat, the blade, this time from Anamo, but look at this. It's getting completely denied. Naga's either getting booped back or can't go in because there's too much health and he can't get the reset. Drujo also used his beat in that fight, so it's up to Florida Mayhem now to find kills with their blade. Checkmate, he's done it once, twice, 3 times. Can he do it a 4th? He's got it online, he's used it to deflect and his dash, so just holding back for just a moment might be worth. Glister somehow, though, manages to find that kill. The Florida Mayhem and Paris Eternal down onto a 4v4. Glister going low is antied with 25 seconds to go. They have to up the ante. Florida Mayhem with the blade still online in a fantastic sleep by Khan. Naga has nothing more to say in this fight, has to get out, but Glister's there to save the day. The Eternal are defending. Glister finds the visor, finds yet another kill with the Helix rockets. Somehow, some way, the Florida Mayhem whiff using their ults. Time is ticking down, it is depleted, and the Paris Eternal will hold them just before second and claim Midtown.
Such a good hold from Paris Eternal. Oh my goodness. We're tied. Jaws, we've got a match on our hands right now going 1-1.
So clean.
Whew.
The one thing that they needed, Rose, was that Nano blade, or just the blade to go off. Like, you gotta hit Q, but man, Naga even getting slept. Like, it felt like the Florida Mayhem in that situation had done everything correct. They slept Naga, they pushed him off when he had Nano, but Glister just comes out from the back, hitting that visor. There you go. Midtown is over. We want a piece in the series. We got beautiful Circuit Royale up next. We'll see you after these. Hey up, welcome back. Do you want to be correct, like Mr. Danny Lim? Well, you can head over to the Overwatch League Pick'ems website or now mobile app, and it's better than ever. Who doesn't want to take their phone on the go and do their Pick'ems while on the train? Like, come on now. Be sure to make your picks every single week during the kickoff clash qualifiers to win some sweet moolah and some prizes like Overwatch League tokens. Go on the app. It's the easiest thing to do, and now you don't have to miss it because you're not at your PC. Like, it's potentially the best thing they've ever done. Let's be real with ourselves here, because I'm going to be real with you, bros. I forget. Every single morning I wake up, I'm like, okay, me on phone now. Now I can do pick'ems, and I don't have to forget when I jump on the cast, you know? So, good stuff all around. I did my pick'ems today. Maybe ruined.
You might be
just maybe.
Yeah, you might be a little boomed. I feel like Danny's the only one that has gotten any of them right so far. But honestly, this entire weekend, I feel like there have just been so many surprises I don't know if anybody had the Houston Outlaws winning that first match of the season either, but
Yeah.
they sure did.
Let's have a look who we've got in. Would you look at that? Bestola
Oh.
coming in for the Paris Eternal. So that really signals to me
Sigma.
we're going to get a little bit of Sigma gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. Sigma, almost 100%. I'm not going to say 100% because then I'm booming myself.
Just in case.
Just in case. But honestly, Circuit Royal is such a good map for Sigma, especially when you know that it's also a pretty good map for Widowmaker. That movable shield is so impactful to be able to keep your team safe, especially because those corridors are mighty tight. Jaws, that shield keeps so much damage off your team.
Yeah, it's extremely good. Plus, you get the accretion, also really nice. And those spheres, they rack up quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
You're hitting those round corners, or just like in the general vicinity of everybody grouping up and hugging the corners. Can be quite nasty to deal with.
Wait. Please don't tell me this is real. I feel like
They're
this
trolling.
is a troll. This has
they're
to be a troll.
Troll face, maybe? Troll face? Someone on Hog?
I'm not talking.
He's on offense. Come on now. Come on. Let's not get baited. That's like,
yeah, all right.
that's
Paris
rookie
Eternal. They walked out of spawn. We're going to talk about that. Glister on the Widowmaker. You can definitely find some great angles here. And there are also some really nice nesting spots for that Widowmaker. So love to see that, especially because Glister is super proficient with that Widowmaker as well. But pretty standard across the board. Khan's going to really help out with that, sticking to the Zenyatta choice. And
oh my god!
What is
this? Oh my god! Right over the roof! Okay, there's no way Paris Eternal were expecting this level. This is EU ranked in a nutshell right here. Bestola doesn't know where to look. Do I look up high? Do I look at their spawn? I don't know. Wall, TP, over the top. Thank you very much. See you in spawn.
oh my god. What? Whoa. Okay, we're seeing such a big swap up too from the Paris Eternal. Naga now gonna go over to the May. Dredro on the Baptiste. Oh my god.
Well,
Jaws, this is
That's
like 5 head from the Florida Mayhem right now.
oh man. You know, I trust them if they pick Hog at some point now. Just judging on that. You know? It's like, okay, so maybe they are big brain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Teleport forward.
Repass.
There's the wall. They don't do anything just yet. That's May wall from the Mayhem. Stops Paris Eternal doing anything either. So they're good. A little bit of a trade just to cool downs. They do have to wait for their speed boost. So that's why they're backing up around that corner. Festola ult charge, by the way. Ooh, 75%.
It's a lot. Yeah, I mean those spheres they do be adding up here, but Florida Mayhem just continuing to put on the pressure. Paris Eternal has no choice but to back off from this coalescence.
Yeah, nice little wall there to try and stop the Paris Eternal from touching the payload. Ice block used from Naga, a lamp to save his life. However, taken down rather quickly. Hydron finds his head missing on his body, but doesn't matter because the Mayhem have claimed the point. Callista going off though. Come on, take the turret down. Let's go. We'll count that as a 5k because the turret was definitely an extra kill. They're annoying to kill most of the time.
Yeah, I don't like him.
No.
I don't think anybody likes him. Unless you're like
annoying.
playing this Symmetra?
Yeah. That's
I guess.
the only time where they're not annoying. Teleport.
Your team.
Wall available. Oh, okay. It was destroyed. He's throwing the turrets at them now. I'm not sure if they're going to do too much. I'm not sure that even they're attacking the shield, but could have been spicy. There's the sights from Glister. He's on the flank, knows exactly what's good. Didn't expect those turrets. 4-man flux. Can they do anything about it? They got a lot of healing. However, Hydron still ends up going down. Blizzard available from the Paris Eternal, so they're good to take the space. A nice ice block will stop anybody from going down. Naga protecting the rest of his team. We don't need no shield. A beat sends them forward and a rock to the back. Someone did not expect Bestola to be there. There's the Blizzards that I was talking about. And now the Florida Mayhem are going again. A minute burnt off of the time bank, but a whole lot invested from the Eternal there.
They had to use everything to be able to stop the Florida Mayhem, but this is a really nice position in the map to do so. This hill can be quite mighty to overcome. in certain situations, and especially when you're going to be rolling out with the Sigma, that puts so much pressure on Hydron, because where else can you really find the angle to attack the team? Paris Eternal have the high ground here.
Yeah, you can see they were trying to take the stairs.
That's
But
dangerous.
taking the main here, I think, is a little bit better. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Checkmate. Blizzard from the back. They still have the lamp. Will they be able to get it down in time? Yes, they do. But the wall secures the kill onto the Batiste. That coalescence is going to be a pain for Vestola to deal with. However, the Flux does end up finding two. And in fact, Checkmate and Arnamo end up going down. There is no Batiste on the side of the Mayhem, so surviving that Flux is incredibly hard. Vestola's Sigma looking so good so far for the Paris Eternal.
It has been charging up so fast, too. Vestola basically has the Flux online every other fight. And without that Immortality field, Florida Mayhem really don't stand a chance against that, except to just not get caught in the Flux forehead.
Oh no!
Oh.
Quick, kill the wall. Okay, they're good. That's like horror movie-esque stuff. Just the wall appears in front of you.
Oh no.
And you look around, there's 17 people trying to run it here with Lucio speed boost.
Yeah, especially as a
All right.
Zenyatta, right?
They want to speed Naga forward here. If Naga can get that Blizzard online, it's going to be incredibly hard for someone to do much. Khan has the Transcendence in his back pocket. The Mayhem just waiting, biding their time, trying to set something up. The wall has been laid down, but someone is staying alive. Naga used the Blizzard for a little bit of zone, but Vestola's already dead. Sights for Glister available, but doesn't need to pop them just yet as he finds a cheeky angle to try and snipe the supports. He doesn't find all too much and pops the sights to reveal everybody. He's going to back up, knowing that they could approach in any moment. Window's going to provide a lot of additional covering fire from Dredro. And Gliss is on a nice little flank, but just go in, Smork level gameplay from the Florida Mayhem is just sending everybody flying. I mean, the Paris Eternal are so split. Dredro was on his own against Orion with a Shatter. That ain't going to work out. Now the Transcendence invested to keep everybody topped up. Khan now on the flank. Can he get the kills? No, he cannot. A little over-ambitious Zen flank from the Eternal. Does lose them the fights. And the Mayhem, they claim point B, checkpoint 2, checkpoint B. And they have 2 minutes to get it through this last section. Incredibly tough to assail, though.
It absolutely is. I feel like someone, though, has been just packing on the pressure to the Paris Eternal. And something that I really like about that last play by someone is that they removed Dredro's healing. It wasn't even just, let me go, you know, aggro that Batiste. It was just kind of like, well, not only that, just to be able to get Dredro out of the fight, but Zenyatta's not going to be able to heal the whole team. That's going to be really tough, and then you force out all of those extra support cooldowns from Glister and Naga, and that's just fight. Like, point set match here. Florida Mayhem working so close to this final destination.
There's the Flux. Just going to get matched with a beat. Marcel's had good fluxes, but unfortunately that time there was a beat to save the rest of them. Ice block already used. Oh, no way. I mean, that is just pain in a nutshell. Naga ice blocked, then Blizzard right on top. Visor from the high ground, Hydron on the flank. A minute to go. The Florida Mayhem looking to send it home. There is just Dredro on the high ground. He popped the window, tried the 1v1, but the Mayhem had already put the payload in. Man, with 1 minute exactly, that is a frustrating time bank for the Eternal there.
Especially when this third point is super tough to capture. Florida Mayhem made that look easy. And again, it's consistently been off of the back of removing Dredro's healing. Whether it is, you know, Hydron, keeping him busy, someone just gonna go ahead and solo shatter. Yikes, I feel bad. I feel bad, and that's definitely not a situation that you want to find yourself in as the main support for the Paris Eternal. But let's see what Florida Mayhem's going to roll out with. So it's not Roadhog, but let's check out what...
Okay, let's have a look at this
God,
replay
the
of the Royal
rollout.
TP. Look at the way in the bottom left, you can see how the Paris Eternal are positioned.
Yeah.
They just have no idea.
Oh.
Clueless. Straight over the top. I mean, that reminds me of the Gladiators flank on Kings.
God, it was
Oh, man.
it was so smart too because Paris Eternal didn't have much mobility either. It's like
Wait.
Florida Mayhem knew that. They couldn't get away.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec.
Oh, no.
What, are they posing?
no.
Are they posing for a boy band photo or something? Like, what are they doing up there? Oh, they're still there too. Okay, so they're going to hold height. That is a slippery roof, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's not. Okay, I thought it was a slippery roof. And Hydron has already claimed one. Ooh, reflected. Oh, Glister, not when you want to shoot. Tried to time, it didn't work. But they do end up trading rather favorably, considering the defense.
Oh my gosh.
Punch by someone.
This is so painful to watch. At some point, this has to fail, right?
Okay, all I'm saying is Florida Mayhem potentially 4,000 hours scrimming this exact map. Like, that's how you come up with these strats.
Oh,
I like
my
it.
God.
I thought that roof was a slidey, you know,
Yeah.
you kind of slide off, but apparently not. So rather interesting. I don't think people will start to fall for that. I think,
I don't think so.
It's going to be quite common courtesy to check from now on. We will see. It almost worked. It would have been cool if it did. Hydron getting rid of Naga. Khan ends up going down too. All on the Widowmakers. Hydron's aim. I said how much he's impressed me on the Soldier. His Widow's looking good too. Oh, missing that grapple though. Oh. Yeah, okay, there you go. Not the fairest duel in the world, but looked pretty good.
Let's see. Let's get that replay. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Just sniping. Oh boy.
That was a good shot on the Ana. Wow.
Ah, that was some clean shots. Yeah, sniper do be sniping though. Florida Mayhem just completely set up on this corner too, and that's another thing that close hold actually provided. Not only was it entertaining, but it did provide Florida Mayhem with two chances, like an extra chance to defend this payload.
Free ult charge. Oh, not for long. Into the outcoming. Nice defense from the Mayhem so far. They're really punishing the Paris Eternal. Someone needs to stay alive. Okay, good. He gets needed. Extra healing. And the Florida Mayhem have, what, 5 ults coming up? That's really good. I mean, Vestola's Graviton Surge here, it's got to hit 5. Like, otherwise, I don't think they win this next fight, especially against the Blade and the Beat.
Well, with Hydron as well, just going to go ahead and pop sights. There's not really any surprises that the Paris Eternal come up with.
They're going to grab Checkmate. There's the Beat. He's still swinging, but they're not getting anywhere close. Vestola goes low. Checkmate doesn't want to go in for another slash, and he gets cleaned up. Vestola with a nice grab in response. They draw out 4 of the 5 ultimates Mayhem had, and now they've got a Nano Blade of their own. The perfect situation for them to be in. I said the grab had to be big, and it was. Hydron just hugging coastline is going to have to get back. They know they've used a lot in this fight, and they have to know that that Beat and the Blade, Nano Blade at that, is available. Primal Rage is going to get used. There's the Beat. The Nano doesn't come out. He's chasing the Lucio, but he gets knocked away. He dashes in, but knocked up again. Naga, his Blade does absolutely nothing, but Glister still picking up the pieces of this fight, finds Sir Marget. Animo was alone, and Naga chased him down. Took him a while, but he got there in the end, and so did the payload. Paris Eternal, they lock in checkpoint A. They got 3 minutes to work their way up this hill.
Took a lot of time for the Paris Eternal to do that, though. Florida Mayhem had a pretty stalwart defense, but changing things up a little bit here. We've got Hydron now off the Widowmaker onto the Soldier 76. So extra sustain now going into the team, and also just consistent damage.
Speaking of consistency, oh, nice attempt to reflect. Oh, he hits the main and the sleep, no way. Oh, so much Jed, so clean. This guy has been scrimming on ping, mind you, too, before he did reach the state, so I can imagine this feels like just hot knife through butter level gameplay. Oh my goodness, good cleanup. The Eternal, they're obviously assailing this hill, but we saw how difficult it was the other way around. Let's have a look at Sir Marget's. Just look how far he's played up. Like, come on, man.
Oh, the melee also, just to punch the Lucio. It's fine. It'll work out. Florida Mayhem, though, in a similar position to what the Paris Eternal were on their defense, which is just take the high ground, control the stairwell, control main. Paris Eternal don't really have any other options except to just try to go mid and press W.
They do indeed. Hydron running away. Nano onto someone as he leaps into the front. However, Sir Majed has been aggressive before, maybe too aggressive. That fight. Speed boost from Lucio is going to make sure they get back to the fight in time. Paris Eternal, they have the visor, they have the grab. The perfect combo, some would say. Wow.
Yeah.
Tactical visor grab. You love to see it.
Pretty good. Let's see how big the grab can be, though.
Well, there it is. It does land on nobody. So, Zero Man, maybe Necro cursed just a little bit.
What?
There's the Primal Rage. The Vice is still available from Glista as Checkmate does fall. Naga 2. Genji's out of the fight. Someone bullying the backline. Khan stays alive. There's a mini pack in there too, so a nade and the mini pack sends Khan to full HP. Wastes a lot of that Primal Rage from someone, and now he's going pretty low. Vestola gets B-hopped on as the Florida Mayhem do manage to once again hold the payload where it is. 30 seconds remains for the Paris Eternal now.
Wait, look where Checkmate is. Oh no. See, someone went back so Sir Majid could get the healing, but like...
Oh, foiled. Absolutely foiled. They're going to go in, though. The visor from Hydron from high ground does get slept, but it still finds Dredro. Glista buys the dust, too. There's a nice kill from Naga, but this blade's going to have to be massive. It finds one. It finds another. Naga keeping this team fight alive. There are 7 seconds to go. Paris Eternal will be in OT before they reach that second point. Naga with the savior kills, not only on to Checkmate, but that blade killing 3. And now overtime is here. The Florida Mayhem are coming back and going to be able to touch.
Well, that's the big... But Khan went down! Khan's going to have to come back from spawn with the nano and hope it lands on somebody before Florida Mayhem just take out the Eternal.
Well, Checkmate's going in with the blade. He spots the bubble, uses Vestola going pretty low, but he can't find the reset. He dashes in, gets one, deflect, doesn't find the second one, but someone helps him to it. A nade on 2 Checkmate doesn't matter because the Florida Mayhem punch their ticket home on Circuit Royale. And they managed to get 2 points in the series. Match point now as the Paris Eternal need to find a comeback.
Such good stuff from the Florida Mayhem. I mean, their defense there, it really didn't leave Paris Eternal with too much time. Checkmate, though, that little cheeky Genji play just kind of waiting in the wings. That actually might have bought some time for the Mayhem. I don't know. I'm gonna call it 5-head because what Florida Mayhem did that map was pretty 5-head.
Yeah, I believe we've got a small update for you. Okay, as a small update for you, Florida are actually going to re-attack after this break. Potentially something wrong going on. We'll fill you in with all of the details. Oh, there you go. There you go. It's on the screen. Due to an illegal maneuver. We'll see you right after this break. Yeah, see you in a bit.
What's up, y'all? It's Mr. X, and I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about two new maps we're going to have in the Overwatch League this season. The addition of Colosseo and New Queen Street aren't the only new locales we'll be seeing this year. The league will still be playing the classic modes of Escort and Hybrid on two brand new maps, the Ritz and Glitz of Monaco on Circuit Royal, but let's kick things off with my hometown, the mean streets of New York City, Midtown. Now, you've all seen the cool features of this map, the iconic yellow taxis, the fire truck, the pizza parlors, but let's see how this map will be played in the Overwatch League and of course by you guys once you get your hands on the Overwatch 2 PvP beta. As this is a hybrid map, point A must be captured first in order to unlock the payload. Attackers leaving spawn will have a bit of asphalt to cover before they'll encounter the first choke and are left with a choice. Try to take high ground by pushing up through the subway car on top, or push underneath the train car to reach point A. Defenders, on the other hand, can play up on the spawn side of the subway platform, or they can wait near the point and wait to see if the teams will push underneath or come through the subway car. Ultimately, if the attackers can push past the fire truck and capture point A, they'll be ready to start cruising. Even if they've lost point A, here's where it gets fun for the defending team. As soon as this giant door opens, the defense can play really close to the attackers, much like we've seen Overwatch League pros do playing on Eichenwald after point A. They can utilize high ground effectively to really try and keep attackers from pushing the payload any further. As well, even if they do manage to gain some ground, it's another tough underpass for the attackers to push through, but also for the defense to hold as a choke. You'll definitely see defenders scrambling to take the high ground here, and attackers will have trouble pushing through. The defenders have a lot of open space to work with to defend point B, much like we've seen on maps like Blizzard World. If the attackers can capture point B, they can then enter the train station for the final push. Inside Grand Central Station, there are still lots of high ground positions for the defense, but if the attackers can get around that first corner, they can flip the advantage in terms of their positioning. Once the attackers get around that final corner, there are really only two alleyways for the defenders to get out of spawn, so the offense can do a nice job locking them in there and completing the map. And in a New York minute, that's Midtown. Let's hop across the pond to Circuit Royal, home of fancy cars, shopping, and more high ground. Now, of course, with Escort, there's no first point to capture, so our race car payload can hit the gas immediately, but this first corner is really tight, a feature unique to Circuit Royal as compared to other maps. The defenders have an initial high ground position to try and hold close around that first corner, but if they lose that spot, it's all offense as it's a straightaway with not a lot of cover for the defense. As the payload gets closer to point A, the defense has a huge high ground advantage, one unlike in any other Overwatch map, and that will make it difficult for the offense to cap point A and advance uphill to point B. Once the race car makes its way up the hill into the hotel entrance at point B, here's where things start to even out, literally. There doesn't seem to be any real advantage here, as the defense has some high ground options, but the attackers have the same access to that high ground. The payload pushes through the hotel lobby, and flankers can find lots of different covers to try and create havoc in the mezzanine. And on the final push, finishing the map might be tough for attackers because there are many points from the spawn the defense can use to their advantage. We'll be sure to see some final team fights come down to the wire on this map's final push. So those are your brand new hybrid and escort maps for this season. Who do you guys think is going to be the master of these maps coming into the year? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to the Overwatch League YouTube channel for more PvP beta news and tips and tricks.
What's up and welcome back to the Overwatch League YouTube channel. I'm Reinforced and I'm back here with Costa for another video to talk about the top 5 DPS players we're most excited about going into the 2022 season. They have some really exciting players coming up this year, and hopefully if a 5 versus 5 format allows for some of those damage players to have even more impact than they did in Overwatch 1, that's obviously going to be a big boon for some variance in results and giving some of these weaker teams a chance. So something to look out for. Now, we picked up our 5 most exciting players, and these are not necessarily the best players in the league, not necessarily the stars of the league. There are a blend of rookies, experienced veterans, but some, players in an exciting situation that we're looking forward to see what they can do this year in Overwatch 2. So, Costa, why don't you kick things off with the first player we got picked out here?
All right, first player has to be the one that Avril has been spouting from the rooftops for the last 6 months. Oh, we all have. Okay, let's say it. And deservedly so, Proper is coming into the league. He is coming from O2 Blast and he has joined the San Francisco Shock. And if you aren't excited for Proper just yet, you should be, because he is absolutely incredible. A lot of us are saying he is going to be on that same level as your Fletters, as your Prophets. He has that same depth in hero pool. He has that same dominance when he enters the server. And I'm interested to see if he can elevate Shock back to that #1 status.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to sort of meet that standard right away, because you mentioned some of the best damage players in the league. But I totally agree with you. This is arguably the most exciting contenders talent we have getting promoted to Overwatch League and the history of the Overwatch League. I'd put him up there with the likes of Huxel. When Huxel joined the league in Season 2 in 2019, that was a big signing that year, which obviously made a massive difference for the Vancouver Titans. I would put Proper on that same kind of pedestal going into this season. Immediately a favorite to win Rookie of the Year. He can play on multiple different heroes, but the impact he has specifically on the Tracer, he can pick that up and just get 2 kills, get 3 kills, and suddenly the teams he plays for, I mean, they just find themselves in a mad advantage with him just going deep into the backline himself. An amazing talent to watch Proper from San Francisco Shock this year.
Yeah, and I've heard people being like, oh, maybe Proper's overrated. Maybe he's not going to be as good in the league. Well, we will find out, but I can tell you, if you have watched this guy, he is dominant on literally everything he touches. So keep an eye on him. He's definitely the #1 rookie. But I want to move us along. Let's talk about a more known quantity. And I think this is an important season for this player, Dante from the Houston Outlaws, because he's been, I don't know, in my eyes, he's been incredible for the last 3 years, but it doesn't feel like he's ever had that breakout season, mainly because he has been on the Houston Outlaws. Sorry, Houston Outlaws fans, you guys haven't been great over the last few seasons. So they've finally bolstered their roster. They finally have good support staff around him. He's playing alongside Pelican. He's playing alongside Merritt. I'm really excited to see Dante really step into this role of being that flexible Tracer, Sombra sort of flex DPS and sort of getting that success into the 5v5 format.
Absolutely. And now he finds himself in a Houston Outlaws situation where they have a really stacked core, especially in that damage department. Pelican is coming in from the Atlanta Reign, all-star level player who can play so many different heroes. And also, you got Merritt coming in, who's another exciting contenders talent who provides more of the long-range hit scan kind of heroes, whether that's the Ashe, the Cassidy, the Widowmaker, stuff like that. Even Sojourn, we'll see more of that later this season. So with 2 players that already are flexible and provide their kind of hero pool to this Outlaws team, how does Dante, who historically we know for being an amazing star player for this team, how can he provide for this team? How can he be able to use his skills for the best of the Houston Outlaws? So I'm very much looking forward to see that as well. Obviously, one of our star players in the league. Now, moving things along, it's Dia coming back into the league. Obviously, was part of the infamous Shanghai Dragons roster in 2018 that went 0-40. Not the finest mark to leave on your resume, but he did provide quite a lot to that team. He had some moments. He even got player of the match one match, I think, even if they didn't win. That just tells you how much he contributed to that team, even though they couldn't find a win that season. Obviously, he was part of some later iterations of the Shanghai Dragons, but he took a year out in contenders, of course, took a year off playing, competing in the contender scene for entirety of 2021 almost. So, but he's back now with the LA Valiant, and this is a very interesting pickup, Costa, because we do think that he can contribute to this team despite taking a bit of a break.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone has ever really doubted Dia's ability. Like, even as you said in 2018, he was one of the standout players of that team. It just everything around him kind of collapsed. He went to contenders. He proved that he does have that sort of star power in him, had a lot of success. The question mark around him is, as you said, he has not played that much in the last year. He hasn't played officially for a Korean or a Chinese contenders team. He's sort of been in limbo. Apparently, there are rumors that he was offered a position for LA Valiant last year, but he didn't want to join another team that, was going to potentially struggle. But the Los Angeles Valiant are putting forward a very good team. Very solid off of the back of a lot of great contenders talent. It is not the most cohesive team we have in the league, and it probably isn't going to be the best, but Dia is a great piece of that. And on the back of knowing his great coaching, I think they can get a lot of success. So you should keep an eye on Dia and sort of, I guess, the redemption arc. Like, so many of us saw him struggle in that 2018 season. I think we're all really excited to see him be able to prove actually what he's made of in this upcoming season.
For our final pairing here in this video, Costa, we got a duo, and it's a duo of the LA Gladiators.
Yeah, and this is really the make or break of this Los Angeles Gladiators. They've finally put together, I would say, a championship caliber roster. They have all roles absolutely stacked. But the big question mark around this team is the DPS players that they're bringing in. So we have Arns, who was incredible in 2020 for the San Francisco Shock. Very, very narrowly not an MVP, had one of the best hit scan performances we've ever seen. There's a lot of questions around Arns on, is he going to be able to perform at the level that he historically hit on that hit scan role? An even bigger question mark of a DPS player for them is Paddy Pan, because he's had a pretty, I guess, storied career through early Overwatch, but then he's gone and played in a different title, and now coming back, is he going to be able to sort of hit that, once again, that former glory that we know he has in him? He's a very talented player and person, but he's playing with the big boys now. Can he hit that sort of massive peak that he needs to get to? And there's some concerns about that right now. I don't know, Johnny. Do you think the Arns Paddy Pan alongside Kevster can sort of play with the big boys? Can they win the league?
I'm not ruling it out, Kasa. I'm not ruling it out, and I certainly think there is a possibility now that we have Arns and Paddy Pan joining Kevster, who I think is going to be the primary damage player for the LA Gladiators. Kevster obviously coming off the back of an amazing season, and he was in the role star conversation and all that alongside Pelican and the like. So can they hang with the teams of Shanghai Dragons, Dallas Fuel? I do think that both of us think there is a possibility, but they are question marks heading into this season. Is that about right, Kosa?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's like, I don't think anyone doubts the players individually, but the game is evolving so fast, and it's impossible to tell if just be like, oh yeah, by default, these guys are going to be just as good as they once were. And that is what everyone should be worried about, but you should be excited about it for it as well, because the Gladiators, they had a great 2021 season. Obviously, they would have liked it to go better, but I think they've patched a lot of those holes, and they have pretty much a very solid roster all round. But this is the really concerning factor, and if this pays off, FaZe looks like a genius. Like, we just got to be honest. FaZe looks like a genius because not a lot of people were looking at these, I guess, relics of the past almost a little bit. And if they do hit that potential, they could be the best DPS players in the league.
Absolutely. That's it for the top 5 damage players we're most excited to watch going into the 2022 season with Overwatch 2. So make sure you subscribe to the Overwatch League YouTube channel, like the video, leave a comment down below. Which is the damage player in the league you're most excited to watch out for this season? We want to know. And of course, stay tuned, and we'll be back next week with another top 5 support videos we're most excited to watch. Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back. Apologies for the extended pause there. And I do have to be a bearer of bad news. If you've only just joined us, well, welcome. It's a bit of a weird time to jump in, but we saw Florida Mayhem on the attack, and we'll show a little clip of that in just a moment. Unfortunately, that play was an illegal move to start the round. I know. It was pretty cool, but unfortunately, that does count as an illegal maneuver at the start of the round. So what will happen is that Mayhem is just going to redo their attacking round on this map, and Paris will be keeping their percentage, or sorry, their meters gained, I suppose, which, if you have only just joined us, that was just before the second point on Circuit Royale. So we are about to get into game. As you can see, all the players are ready to go. So yeah, again, sorry about that. It's all sorted. We should be unpausing and getting in. There you go.
Yeah.
Unpaused. Bam. We have the Mayhem on attack and Eternal on the defense.
All right, well, Florida Mayhem going to be rolling out with
incoming in 30 seconds.
maybe the same composition, but let's talk about the Paris Eternal first. We did get a chance to see Vestola on this Sigma towards the start of the series, and I love it, or this map, excuse me, and I love it. You know, I think that Sigma plays fantastically on this map. Glister as well, absolutely popping off with the Widowmaker. So if you're able to just kind of click ahead, remove somebody from the Florida Mayhem, then you buy yourself so much time if you are the Paris Eternal.
All right, well, they're running with the same comp on attack, but this time not jumping over the roof there. I can imagine just TP to height from this stairwell. Get a wall off from Vestola, seems like a great plan. There you go, there's the wall. TP, Vestola, the target, already going low. Druja and Khan struggling to keep him alive. That Zenyatta and Brig combo. You can pocket someone to high heaven, but the damage is eventually going to start hitting. And it does in the form of someone's hammer. Checkmate finishes the kill on to Naga, and they will end up taking this first corner quite quickly.
Rounding that first corner is a pretty big milestone to achieve as well, because you're basically forcing Paris Eternal to go up to the high ground or taking this corner. And so you can see that Vestola is going to just go ahead and do that, but the Symmetra right now going behind
TP's like, wait, no, that's not the wall you want to hit. Okay, Hydron was stuck, but he's okay. Glister, though, he's just shooting ducks right now. Look at that. He's just sat up on the high ground, not a care in the world. He takes two with him, maybe a third. Oh, look at the wrist, ends up going wide. That teleporter was good from Hydron, getting behind Vestola, but Checkmate walled him off.
Yeah, let's see Glister's POV from this as well, though. Oh my goodness! Naga set him up and Glister knocked him down. Good stuff to see from that Widowmaker, but yeah, a little unlucky here from the Florida Mayhem. They still have some time, though. 2 minutes left in the bank, as they're also looking at this Coalescence from Sir Majid, and that could be absolutely huge to just push Paris Eternal away.
Double wall. Vestola in the skies using the flux, nothing to interrupt that. Doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, as someone had his shield up and two healers just spamming heals towards him. Double wall again. It's just trading wall for wall at this point, Rose.
Yeah, you have to play around that, though, and I think whoever uses the wall first has a bit of an advantage.
Transcendence there, used to counteract that Blizzard. Nice little body block there on to Naga, so Khan could absorb all of that damage. The beat and the speed rushing forward. Naga on his back, the rally's coming out. Brig rally still pretty good, but it's only the Zen and the Brig on the payload to try and stop that cap coming through. And it does. Glister trying to find a couple of little exit kills. Ain't gonna happen.
Now that Florida Mayhem have captured this first checkpoint, they don't have too much farther to go in order to take this map. And looking at as well the barrier available from Hydron here, Glister might have just popped the sights, but Glister has a very short amount of time where he will be effective, as we do see the barrier get popped.
Even less effective now, that photon barrier. See the HP is so high, it's 4,000 HP. It's quite large. So now we're still switching over to the Doomfist. A little bit easier to execute into this comp if you want to run those TPs. Oh, the teleporter bait. Vestola doesn't fall for it. That payload's so close to the exit. Oh, Vestola getting chunked down so much, and Sir Majid is just going to rain that coalescence through the entire team. But unfortunately, once again, Naga's walls have stopped Florida Mayhem in their tracks.
Naga has been able to set up some massive plays with those May walls, and that's what you want to see if you're a Paris Eternal fan. Glister, though, instead of using those walls to his advantage to be able to get those Widowmaker picks, has switched over to the Soldier 76. Allows her to get back to the point a little bit faster and also find a bit more value. That healing station can be super useful with the rest of the team, and also just that consistent damage.
A speed boost and a blizzard. That's the main course. Block already used by Naga. He's in trouble. However, Khan uses the Transcendence, trying to body block as many shots as he possibly can. On top of that extra healing, Checkmate falls, and the Mayhem struggling to push this payload to this point. A sleep onto Vestola is good, but he still manages to kill Sommerjed somehow. He is 1 HP as he escapes.
Oh my gosh. Vestola cutting it really close there. But still, a minute 40 for the Florida Mayhem to be able to just inch that payload forward to that checkpoint. Someone working up to the Earth Shatter. The sound barrier as well coming online for Onimo, and this could be really, really nice to use here now that Vestola is also switched over to Sigma and does not have that ultimate available. It won't be for a long time.
That's an easy S key to press if you're the Mayhem. You don't want to run up on that wall, or that window even.
Save the sound barrier too. So when Naga hits the blizzard...
Shatter. There it is. Shatter available. That wall comes in. That freeze not quite hitting someone. He's lining up. He's trying to knock him down. Vestola gets antied, instantly killed by Hydron and the rest of the team. The Shatter, 180, hits Glister. Can they finish him off? No, they cannot, but there's still very little presence for the Paris Eternal on the point. Glister's using the visor, but gets walled off completely. He jumps around it, but is not quite there in time to stop that payload. The Florida Mayhem, they take Circuit Royale for the second time. 2-1 in the series. Match point for the Mayhem.
2-1, and now on match point. All they need is to win the next one, which is another new map for Overwatch 2. It's also push. So that might prove to be interesting. Chaotic.
Orcio is the next map. Let's jump to a break, though. We want to get into that game ASAP. Florida Mayhem 2-1 up in the series. Match point. Let's go. See you in a sec. Hey, what's back? Well, we're back. I messed that English.
What's back? What's good?
Back? We're back. Anyway, I was going to say what's up, but whatever.
Yes.
Eternal, Florida Mayhem. 2-1. The Mayhem. We're going into our push map, New Queen Street. Next, a slight substitution. As you can see, we have Dan back in. So, Vestola, Sigma, makes sense. With Dan coming in, Rose, probably Ryan Winston.
Yep. That's probably expected. I think especially looking at New Queen Street, I think either of those options work really well, whether you want to take high ground or play a little bit more aggressively with the Winston, or just brawl up. Reinhardt works
Brawl
pretty
up.
great for that. Yeah,
That's a good
brawl
one.
up.
I like that. Brawl up. It's like shields up, but
Yeah.
brawl up. I like it. I can get behind that one. Yeah, it makes the most sense. New Queen Street is quite an interesting map when you think of the layout. It's like it's got where the robot actually spawns.
Yeah.
It's got two long walkways down like this, almost the center of the map, and then you have the raised middle section which goes down to the coastline. But at the other end there's a mega health pack, and you can sit up there as a soldier, as a Cassidy, like a hit scan, or even supports to be fair, and overlook where the robot goes. And then it starts to get really difficult when you push up the hill into near the spawn. And that's where a lot of teams we've seen get stuck, is just after that first checkpoint, because that incline is so steep and there's so many easy bits of high ground the defenders in that situation can get to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough, and especially because it's a push map as well. I don't think many teams have really had time to come up with the strategies that they want to. I mean, fights just happen so fast, and you'll see one team take control of the robot, and then the next team will take it back, and it's not always a great indicator of who's actually winning those fights, you know? It could just be for a brief millisecond that one team takes control. Definitely tough.
Definitely tough.
But what a
Nice
beautiful
looking
map.
map, that's for sure. I hope we get some sort of, you know, when the workshop mode came out, everybody was in different parts of the map that you never knew you could get to. Like Havana, for example, that's a very, like on top of the castle at the very end, like the third point, and there's like a 1v1 arena there. You can play Connect 4 as well. Shout out to my community who did a little Connect 4 tournament. It was pretty epic. There's like a Connect 4 there. I wonder if we can get to the ice hockey rink at the other end, or if there is something like that available in this map. I think that'd be pretty cool for like a little game mode.
That would be really cool. I feel like it's like Lucio Ball, but like Lucio hockey.
Giant puck, I guess, just like kick it around, I suppose. I don't know what. I guess you'd boop it or like just kick it kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. They did do that version of that, I believe, of Lucio Ball, but it was a puck. I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, free idea.
All these years of Overwatch, my brain melting, thinking of all the different game modes in Workshop, to be fair. All right, let's have a look. Let's get into game. No more messing around. Nice little bit of offense from the Florida Mayhem, taking this fight rather quickly. It's not really where you want to be. Yeah, Hydron just gets danced upon by Naga. That was close. Darnold will set himself off the edge. He is incredibly low, but with Glista just sitting all the way at the back, pocketing his supports pretty much with that healing station. Pretty easy to go from there. And see what I mean? This high ground is just so easy to clamber up on if you're someone like a Soldier. It can be rather hard to Glista go. Woo!
Jeez.
So tough to take out with the Lucio amp and your station. Yeah, GL.
It's gonna be so hard to be able to hit those shots too, absolutely. And then the healing station on top of that, you're just unkillable.
Oh, no way. Someone again goes super low, dives straight in. They do trade tanks. But Naga, very aggressive flank, holding the stairs to make sure he can't get shot in the back. Sleep onto Glista. Florida Mayhem getting the barricade on its way. You can see Paris Eternal didn't push it much, Rose, because they were down players when they did win the fight.
Yeah, I feel like you have to just kind of let the push bot alone, leave it alone sometimes. You gotta win the fight first, and then you have to go actually look after the objective. And a lot of these fights are happening away from the objective. Mostly just so you can try to find a little bit of a better angle, try to push the fight in your favor a little bit more, and... Whew.
Well, there's the Nano. Onto Naga. He's trying to find someone to insta-kill. Oh, he lands a Shuriken headshot. Hasn't got the dash to reset, though. He's got one now. Can he get more done? The Lucio's dead. Naga does dash away. Earns himself a blade. Glister cleans up the mess. Naga with the damage. Glister with the clean. Nice sleep on someone who was using the Primal Rage. Now Paris in control once more.
Someone popped the Primal Rage to leave. To, like, get away. Which was smart, but now you also don't have the Primal Rage, hoping that you can rely on the other ultimates coming up in the bank to be able to take this next fight.
Yeah, well, they've got Nano Blade or Nano Visor. Look at Sermager wants to activate the Visor. There you go. Or activate the Nano for the Visor. Beat used. Perfect situation, though. Florida Mayhem. They used that Nano and the Visor to draw out the beat. They've got the Blade and the beat for next fight. They just have to be careful of Nagas. Straight in onto the back line. A Blade for Blade. Beat's going to be good, though. That's what you need. Naga, 21 HP. Looking for support, looking for sustain. Sermager somehow claims 3. Jeez, this guy's finding himself on the kill feed so often.
Yeah.
Imagine their cleanups from checkmates, but still, Sermager finding the final blows. He hit, wow, so he hit Naga twice in that instance.
Yeah.
To stop Naga from doing anything. That was all Sermager getting the kills and sending Naga low.
Big stuff coming out from that support, and unfortunately, someone gonna be a big pick for the Paris Eternal.
Oh, no way!
Oh, what?
Wow, that was so nice. Hydron found the flank. Those Helix rockets sent Khan low, and a quick cleanup from Checkmate. That's how fast these fights can flip, Rose. And it's normal. You're normally thinking it's like Control, where you go for these resets, then quick engage again. But that was a two-man job to wipe the Paris Eternal.
There's so many different ways that you can approach the objective on this map as well. And that's what we were saying. You can't really judge who is winning these team fights based on who has control of the objective, because look at how fast that flips back and forth. It's just because people are touching it. Oh,
no! No. Oh.
Oh, no.
That was rough for Khan. Nerves getting to him, maybe. Dies to Sermager too. Another beautiful bio grenade. That was 3 from Sermager. Not only did it kill Khan, Dan, and Dredro were antied. Wow. Sermager having a field day. You can see why he was so hyped up to come in from EU contenders and the European region. Like, man, this guy is crazy.
So good, and he's playing against so many people that he should be familiar with. Khan, Don, Naga.
Nanovisor, nice deflect. Anti-nade ain't gonna do nothing against that. Don has slept in the back line. Meteor Strike used to get out of there. Does he use it offensively or defensively? Looks like a defensive use to get back to the rest of his team. There's another Visor, no Nano this time. A lot of that damage blocked out by the bubble, and now the Primal Rage is batting him around. He's got perfect aim, but he hasn't got enough damage to finish off someone. Checkmate finds the kill onto Dan as the Florida Mayhem are running away with this game. They've got 95 meters and now have control of the push bot plus the high ground.
Oh, they are looking so good right now. They might just finish. They might just finish the map.
Yeah.
They're 1 fight away.
Well, they've got a blade. Dredro needs to speed and fast. And dead. Sermager once again setting up these kills and the Mayhem for success. Checkmate going fairly low. They don't need to use anything, knowing that Paris Eternal are down a player. This is their final stand. Dredro with the beat. The blade from Naga's close. Dredro hits it and 4 others, so Naga can play a little bit more safe, knowing that he doesn't have to run for his life. The Nano onto someone pushes people back as Naga pops the blade in the back line. Sermager eventually falls, carried down, and that'll be the Florida Mayhem foregoing the payload for once in this map, it feels like. The push bot rolling back, but because of the speed, Rose, The Florida Mayhem with the Lucio, they're going to be able to contest before that barricade gets moving for the Paris Eternal.
Yeah, wow. Look at these punches coming in from Dawn. Just some really nice damage onto the Florida Mayhem and just being able to kind of pick up those spicy kills.
Oh, Nanovisor, Khan's dead. Nice kill from Hydron, and everybody's running for the hills. Lucio, yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to chase that down. Good flick of the wrist, though, with the little micro missiles, finishes off one support and then the other. Nice work. Okay, so that's what the Paris Eternal needed. They need 2 fight wins here in order to take control, but not before Florida Mayhem have something to say about it. They lost 2 supports so early, but someone with a Primal Rage and Hydron zoning people away with a Tactical Visor is more than enough for them to surge on forward. Glister gets stuck on a mailbox, but still kills someone.
They do kill someone.
Yep, somebody.
Yep. Somebody, somewhere. Who knows? Naga, though, posturing right now to be able to find some picks, maybe work up to that Dragon Blade. As Dredro also trying to get this down barrier aligned, but Hydron!
Can't let that happen, Rose.
No!
There's 10 seconds to go as the Paris Eternal have lost control of the push bot, and Dan is getting body blocked. Can he get out in time? No, he cannot. Time's ticking down. Someone needs to touch. Beautiful sleep onto Dredro. The little bag from Hydron as he collects a bigger one after today's game. A 3-1 for the Mayhem to round it all out. They collect the dub, and they finish in style.
Dang. Florida Mayhem, though, looking extra clean. Also, almost just completed no Queen Street just outright. Very much had the pick of these team fights and a lot of really nice strategies coming through to be able to have each pop off.
It feels like there was a lot of solo play there too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you didn't see it, but the play of the game was Checkmate, following up on Hydron's his missiles to then turn the fight completely. Those small flanks from Hydron have been working out so well to then enable Checkmate to get these resets and kills. Sir Marjed had a heck of a game too.
Yeah.
And he is going to be our player of the match. What a surprise. This guy's anti-nades, his sleeps, they're looking so good. Ana's this season are looking the best they've ever been, and a lot of the Anas are rookies. Ultraviolet has been looking great. Sir Marjed now. Ana's just being enabled and enabling the rest of their team. I thought Moira was going to be the main support a lot of these players were playing because of the survivability aspect without that off-tank to peel, or like the other tank to peel. But Ana, with the amount of utility, is in incredible support right now. And if it's piloted like this, Rose, unstoppable.
Well, when you're this good, you don't really need the survivability now, do you? Like, yeah, Lucio is fine, and Ana even better. I mean, holy moly, 45%!
Are you seeing that?
Yeah!
45% sleep burst success rate. That is pretty high.
40 bios!
And that's in this match. You're like, wow, that's pretty good for like a week. No, that was this match. Yeah, crazy. I mean, this is the guy you got to watch out for if you're playing against the Florida Mayhem. A lot of teams, of course, you want to kill the backline first. And Sir Marjed is #1 on the list, most wanted on the Florida Mayhem right now. What a good start to the end. They picked up some really, really solid talent, and it was basically a complete rebuild before Checkmate. So the Florida Mayhem and the fans, I think, are going to be very, very happy. Let's have a look what we got coming up next. We're going to go to a quick break. We've got some bangers. We've got Justice and Dallas up next. Don't go anywhere.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Upper Deck, the official trading card of the Overwatch League. And by TeamSpeak, the official voice supplier of the Overwatch League.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here joined by someone, not just someone, but Florida's main tech someone. Hello, how are you doing? 자, 서먼 선수 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요. Congratulations on the win. Now, this was, I don't know if this was a long week for you, but you had a match that you lost, but also you had a match that you won. So if you could summarize the first ever Overwatch League, how would you summarize it for yourself? 자, 첫 번째 질문은 이제 벌써 플로리다 팀의 첫 주 경기들이 끝나는데요. 서먼 선수가 어떻게 보면 이제 이번 첫 주, 오버워치 리그의 첫 주를 좀 요약을 하자면 어떻게 할 수 있을까요?
저희가 처음에 애틀랜타 경기를 했었는데 저희는 연습 과정이나 이제 팀원들끼리 이제 합도 많이 맞춰서 자신 있게 들어갔지만 애틀랜타에 지고 나가지고 좀 아쉬웠던 모습을 보여주기 싫어서 그 3일 동안 더 연습해서 이번에 파리에서 좋은 성적을 얻었고요. 근데 이번 한 주는 솔직히 말해서 저는 아쉽다고 생각합니다. 왜냐하면 저희는 2승을 생각했는데 대회 때 한 판이라도 저는 만족하지 않은 경기가 나오면 좀 내적으로 마음에 안 들기 때문에 그래도 아직은 아쉬운 한 주였던 것 같습니다.
Right. So coming into the first match against the Atlanta Rain, we put a lot of practice and we had a really nice comp going in. So we were really confident, but of course, unfortunately, we did take the L for that one. So after that, coming into today against the Paris Eternal, we had 3 days of really nice practice. We were feeling super confident and we just played how we practiced and we got the win today against the Paris Eternal. Overall though, for my first week of Overwatch League, if I could summarize it, I would say I'm a bit happy, but also I'm a bit sad as well. Because of course I'm a person that really wants to just win it all, and it would have been really nice if we could have won both matches, but that didn't come true. But we really tried our best, so I'm a little bit sad about the fact that we lost one of the 2 matches that we had. I think you did say that you lost first one of the matches and won another one, but I think that's still a great feat for the Florida Mayhem. 말씀하셨다시피 2개 다 승리를 거두셨으면 좋겠지만 그래도 하나라도 이긴 게 어딥니까? 정말 좋은 모습 보여줬다 생각을 하면서요. I'm gonna go into my second question. Your team actually consists of an international roster. You guys have Korean players and non-Korean players as well. So when things get a little hectic and crazy in-game, how do you guys communicate? 자, 두 번째 질문은 이제 이번 년 플로리다 팀이 한국 선수들만 있는 게 아니라 좀 다국적인 팀이기 때문에 이제 인게임에서 좀 이게 좀 이렇게 많은 것들이 생겨나고 좀 이런 해프닝들이 있을 때 어떻게 소통을 하시나요?
저희도 아직 그 소통에 대해서 완벽하진 않지만 그래도 완전 이렇게 극적이거나 흥분되지 않을 때는 웬만하면 영어로 소통이 됩니다. 왜냐하면 아나모 형도 외국 팀 생활이 없었긴 했지만 그 형도 영어를 좀 하고 그리고 저랑 체크메이트 물론이고 그래도 기본적인 영어를 해줘도 저희 외국인들이 잘 알아들어줘서 원활한 소통이 되는 것 같습니다.
Right, for communications, if things are like not going really crazily, we try our best to speak English. Like everyone knows that Anamo speaks pretty good English, and also Checkmate and myself do speak a little bit of English as well. So if we can, then we try our best to speak English, and that is how we communicate. All right, that is it for the question. Thank you so much, and again, big congratulations on the win. 자, 이걸로 인터뷰 마치겠고요. 또 다시 한번 우리 승리 너무나 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다. 바이바이.
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 Bye.
I like someone.
That's adorable. Yeah, I like someone too.
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of
He went. His answer went on for a long time. I saw you scribbling down. I was like, oh boy, like here we go. But yeah, no, it's such a hard thing to do, to translate conversations like that and still get the entire gist of what has been communicated. So nothing but respect to you, Danny, for all the work. And we couldn't be more grateful because getting that inside scoop, like we obviously couldn't do it. So yeah, love to have you here. Not just for that, of course, you also bring so much more to the table. And it's your birthday.
Can we
well, you have until the end of the day. The next segment is going to have balloons, a little baby pony. Like, it's going to be great. Either way, first off, we want to talk about the match which just transpired, which got dragged on for a little longer than it should have. Mayhem, you could have done the same thing without some little walls right there.
It wouldn't have looked as cool doing it, though.
True. And we do love a good controversy, don't we? But let's summarize what happened in that game. I feel like both of those teams stepped up today. Florida Mayhem had a lot of individual absolute standout performance. Surmajed was definitely someone we pointed out already heading into this as a rookie to keep your eyes on, and he proved once again why that is. He was kind of fragging out alongside Checkmate and Hydran.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good look by both of these teams. You know, the Florida Mayhem have to throw a curveball at us every single match, but it was cool to see them go toe-to-toe on very similar heroes. It seemed like they both wanted to stick towards that sort of Soldier Genji style for the most part in this series. But yeah, as you said, Surmajed absolutely bonkers on that Ana, and someone you can really see the leadership and the I guess the aggressive nature of the way he likes to play the game and how he drives that team forward. We even got to see brawl from both of these teams, and it seems like these teams are starting to integrate more and more brawl, and it's having a lot of effect on certain maps. So I think we'll see more of this diversity from match to match between not just these two teams but other teams as well.
Yeah, also we saw something kind of funny. It was a nice little joke from
yeah, I mean,
Mayhem, right?
sick play.
Sick play, man.
But
obviously against the rules.
yeah, definitely against the rules.
But it was cool.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I did love that little like photo pose after the illegal play as well. Just like, look what we've done with the bad boys.
It's like when you're getting sent to jail and people like taking pictures in front of the jail.
It was like their mug shots basically. Which I love that.
I even enjoyed Florida Mayhem's tweets after that. It was so good.
Yeah, I mean, well, they got it done one way or another, but Paris Eternal, as you say, Tessa, they did, they did put up a valiant fight. I think Naga had a lot of great plays in this game, especially.
Honestly, everyone. I think you could hit every single player in the series. I don't think this is a bad look from Paris Eternal either. I think they overall looked a lot more improved than we saw in their first day. Naga had a great match, as you said. So I think the Paris Eternal, as much as they went 0-2 in this weekend, you shouldn't count them out and you shouldn't discredit them because they put up some good performances.
Absolutely. Now, our next match coming up is going to be fought between the Washington Justice and the Dallas Fuel. Now, this one, I still feel bad about my prediction. I mean, Washington Justice did everything they could and then some to win us over, and not a single person took the bait.
And Dallas threw their last match.
I know. We're all like, no, we're still on